Hey guys, working on some tooling today. Sunday, and we've got some cool things here. Some things that I've had from my other machine shop that we kind of auctioned off everything and went out of business several years back, and I kept a few things. So we are trying to put these things back in, and what's cool is when I bought this lathe, it had already had the tool holders in it, and comes out that I actually have a coolant through drill for this size that we have in there, and then I have a coolant through drill for this size. It's pretty cool. So I'm trying to get the inserts and the screws for these guys, and this will get an insert which we call like a spade drill insert, and that will kind of like just go in there. These other ones, I just need the screws. I do have some inserts, and these are the square inserts. I know the lighting sucks here, but I didn't turn the lights on. And the other cool thing is I have some boring bars. This is actually an internal thread tool, and so for that I can use in my collets. I have a small internal grooving tool, if you see how small that is, but we can put grooves in there for O-rings and things like that. That's what that would be used for. So it's pretty cool. I've got some stuff left over that is actually usable. So I'm trying to build this turret out. And building a lathe turret out is basically like having a toolbox. You put the tools that you're going to need to use on this turret. So basically, if I get this configured, this is going to be about a 5/8 figure 5/8 diameter. This won't need, normally you'll need a center drill to drill for drills. You put in the center drill first, and you make the little pilot chamfer basically, and for the drill. These you don't need, you just go right in. They got coolant through, and you just plow right in holes really quick. This is a 1 inch thereabouts, so bigger holes, so 3/4 to 1 inch, I can just blow right through really quick. And so basically I can use these for drills. So with drills, let me turn some lights on here. I know it's kind of like I don't have a whole lot of light here. I wouldn't plan on this video being so long, but anyhow, I just kind of wanted to show you. We've got like a roughing OD rougher. This does outer diameter. Basically, what you see here would be the outer diameters, and that tool would come in there and rough most of the stock out. And then this is a semi-finisher, which is a little bit sharper but not quite as sharp as a finisher. And I am working on getting my finisher, which should be here in the next day or two. So that finisher tool, I'll probably go ahead and replace this with that coming in, and that will come in and do the final finish of this stuff, which it does fine. This one's doing fine, but if I have some real tight cornering or groove in here that I need to get on a lip, then this is the angle is just going to be too large. The other one is like a 35-degree angle, which is going to give me a whole lot smaller area to get into. Now this here is a grooving tool. You can change out these inserts, so I can come in here and groove for O-rings or what do you call them, spring clips or whatever, and even relieve for threading. Basically, I don't see my threaded piece here, but basically relief at the end of the threading where you go in and thread it, which brings us to the next one, which is actually a threading insert tool. So we can do our threading with this, and then you have what we call a part-off tool. So you can see the groove here that I made on that. So the groove, see if I can get some contrast here. I don't know if you can see the groove there. Yeah, so there's the groove that you can make. So you can relieve the back end for threading, or you just part off the tool or the part. And that's what we got here, is the parting tool, is what they call it. Now you can do some grooving with that, deep grooves, whatever. Now that is possible, but if you look, this is a thin area here, so it's designed to part off, to go ahead and cut that piece that you just machined off, so it falls. And we don't have a parts catcher here. There is an option you can get for that, but in the past I've just had a screen that I've mounted a basket in there if I needed to use that, but I'm not using much of that. I'm not doing production. So anyhow, that's the deal with that. So again, we went through our center drill, our drilling, and we also have a little boring bar in there to tweak the sizes that a drill might not give you, or if you want to have a very straight or nice finish, would use boring bar. I do have three stations, 1, 2, 3 stations left to put more drills or whatever in there, maybe a larger size of stuff. But that's what you have here. This is a turret for your lathe, and with this you build your toolbox. And with this toolbox you can create a part that you want with that toolbox. And so basically, as I was saying before, you can use that grooving to kind of relieve the back end there for threading. So basically, yeah, this is what you do. And if I wanted to cut that off, I would use my cutoff tool to just drop that from the part. So that's kind of it for now. You can make your own tooling and all kinds of stuff here with this. So anyhow, thanks for watching.